Welcome to The Explainer. So, if you're an expert in your field and you're dreaming of launching your own business, you're not alone. But here's the thing. That leap from being a great technician to a great entrepreneur, well, that journey is way, way trickier than most people think.
So let me ask you this. Is being amazing at your craft, whether you're a coder, a baker, or a builder, is that skill by itself really enough to guarantee your business will succeed? It's such a critical question because the very talents that let you open your doors are almost never the ones that actually help you grow.
All right, let's talk about Muhammad. Here's a guy who is a fantastic engineer. He built his entire contracting company from scratch, just leaning on his incredible hands-on skills. But while he was an absolute master of the work itself, running the business, that was a whole different ballgame.
And this is where things really started to fall apart. You see, even with all his technical genius, Muhammad was constantly drowning in the basics. Cash flow problems, issues with employees, tough supplier negotiations. It's a classic trap, right? He believed his expertise was all that mattered. But he was a master of doing the work, and he was completely missing that strategic, big-picture view you absolutely need to run a company that lasts.
So, feeling totally underwater, Muhammad sits down with his good friend Abdullah. And believe me, this one single conversation, it was about to change absolutely everything for him.
After that chat, Muhammad's head was spinning. Abdullah had just switched on a light bulb for him. He saw that his practical skill was just one ingredient, not the whole recipe. You can hear the surprise in his own words. He realized there was this entire world of management he didn't even know was out there. He finally got it. His experience, on its own, had a ceiling.
Abdullah's first bit of advice was really straightforward. He said, look, you need to go get some structured knowledge. He even pointed him to a specific business course for contractors, a formal program designed to teach the exact skills Muhammad was missing.
But here's where the story gets really interesting. Abdullah's advice didn't just point to something new. It actually sparked a memory, making Muhammad remember a powerful tool he already had, something he'd completely forgotten about in the day-to-day chaos of his business.
And in this big aha moment, Muhammad tells Abdullah, wait a minute, your words just reminded me of something important, the PMP. He'd earned this thing years ago, but in his mind, he just filed it away under past achievements, never connecting that its principles were the literal answer to the problems he was facing right now.
So, what even is the PMP? Well, it stands for Project Management Professional. It's a huge, globally recognized certification from the Project Management Institute. To put it simply, it is the gold standard for anyone who manages projects. Period.
Abdullah was just floored. You could almost hear him shouting, wait, you have that certification? The one recognized all over the world? How in the world were you not using everything in it? His reaction just shows you how much value Muhammad was leaving on the table. It's like he was sitting on a treasure chest and never even tried to open it.
And why not use it? Well, Muhammad's reason is something a lot of us can probably relate to. He admitted he was so deep in the weeds, so focused on the hands-on engineering, the technical work, that he never pulled his head up to actually apply the management systems he'd already learned. He was stuck doing instead of managing.
See, remembering he had a PMP wasn't just about finding an old certificate. No way. It was about unlocking a set of management superpowers that could go to war with every single one of his company's problems.
The PMP gives you a real-deal, systematic playbook. It teaches you how to master a schedule so you actually stay on time, how to control your costs so you don't go broke, and how to manage all your resources, from people to parts. It even gives you frameworks to analyze risk before it happens and to ensure quality work. These weren't just abstract ideas, they were practical, direct solutions to every single one of Muhammad's business headaches.
And this whole journey led Muhammad and Abdullah to a really powerful conclusion, a brand new formula for success that, honestly, every single skilled professional out there needs to hear.
They realized the formula has two essential parts. On one side, you've got your practical experience. That's your foundation, right? It's the skill that makes you good at what you do. But on the other side, you need systematic knowledge, things like the PMP. That's the framework, the structure that lets you build something big and stable on top of that foundation.
And they're not opposites. They're not competing with each other. They're meant to be combined.
because one without the other just leaves you stuck.
And here it is. This is the magic formula. Your practical experience plus systematic knowledge equals sustainable success. It's never about choosing one over the other. It's about blending them together. Your expertise gets you in the game, but it's that structured knowledge that gives you the playbook to actually win.
And armed with this new clarity, Muhammad's entire outlook on his business, on his future, was completely transformed.
He said he just felt this whole new energy. He wasn't just an engineer anymore. He was a leader armed with both the skill and the strategy. For the first time, he had all the tools he needed not just to survive, but to really truly thrive.
And that brings it all back around to you, doesn't it? Muhammad's story is such a great reminder that sometimes the key to unlocking our own next level is something we already have. So think about it. What forgotten knowledge, what dusty old certification, what overlooked skill is sitting there in your toolbox, just waiting for you to pick it up and put it to work?